Hello and welcome to another Crypto Insider interview. I'm Vlad and today I'm speaking to Jon Moore, whom I've met at the Litecoin Foundation, and he is one of my heroes because he does all this grassroots work and he goes to all sorts of places and convinces them to adopt Bitcoin and Litecoin. And unlike a lot of public speakers who convince maybe bankers or fintech people to invest in cryptocurrencies, he actually speaks to regular folks who have small businesses, and they more or less accept to take payments in Bitcoin and Litecoin, which is huge. And this is the kind of adoption that we should be having. And I'm happy to have you today, Jon.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for having me on.
So I see a lot of activity on your Twitter feed. I see that you go to all sorts of places and you convince them to accept Bitcoin and Litecoin. And oftentimes I just watch you and I wonder, what is your success rate? I mean, how often do you find people who are enthusiastic about cryptocurrencies? And do you actually have roadblocks or difficulties in explaining to people why they should be accepting them? Or do you get rejections often?
Yeah, so just like anything that you're offering to the public, you do get a lot of rejection. It doesn't matter if it's cryptocurrency, if it's a new form of payment for a credit card system. It doesn't matter. I used to sell coffee. I mean, no matter what the product is, you get a lot of rejection. However, I try to focus on the businesses that I think would be interested in accepting it, and I have kind of an insider's view on it because I'm offering regular payments to them. I'm setting up their credit card systems a lot of times. So it's kind of easy to then transition into saying, hey, how about accepting Bitcoin and Litecoin for payment? And, I like you say, you see on Twitter, I get people interested in it. I get people that want to accept it. I have a long list of people that I'm going to be meeting with in the upcoming weeks I'm going to be bringing on board to accept it. So it's exciting. I say focus on the people that are interested and don't focus on the people that have no interest. That's my best advice to everybody.
But how can you draw the line and say this business is going to be interested and that other one might be skeptical?
I guess I kind of feel the business out. I do focus on a lot of online businesses. So businesses that sell items through like an e-commerce website. Even though a lot of the videos I post on Twitter are restaurants and stuff, the restaurants are cool because they're more seen by the public. So I just try to get business owners that are more open-minded. I try to go after restaurant owners that are kind of into more high-tech stuff. And, if somebody wants to use one of my Clover systems, I tell them, hey, great, I'm happy to help you out with the Clover. We want you to enable Litecoin payments in it. And I show them how to enable Litecoin, and I just explain the benefits of it. And, people, when they understand what it is, they want to accept it because they realize it's a more secure form of money. It's lower fees, it's peer-to-peer. So, once people get their heads around it, people are excited to be getting Litecoin into the business, which is awesome. That's what I'm after,
But has this bear market been an impediment, or has it made people less willing to accept cryptocurrencies just because they hear bad news about the price?
So I don't have that in my mind when I go out there to promote to the public. In other words, we're both very into cryptocurrency. In other words, we both track the price. We know, exactly when Bitcoin hit 19,000 and what it's at today. The public doesn't know this stuff. I mean, they've heard about it before. Some people haven't even heard of Bitcoin and Litecoin. Like I go in and I say, have you heard of Bitcoin? And they just look at me and say, no. So they're not price focused like we are. and I just focus on its properties as a good payment network and good currency. So I'm not trying to convince people to invest in it. I tell people, look, I want you to use it for a payment and like it. Then if you want to invest in it, go ahead. But I'm not a investment specialist. That's not my forte. So when we're dealing with it for payments, it's a non-issue. The one issue probably would be now for payments when the price is dropping. Not a lot of people want to spend the Litecoin or Bitcoin. They want to wait till it goes up in price, which is fine. I just tell the businesses, look, set up now. We'll start promoting that you accept Bitcoin and Litecoin for payment. And that way, when the price does move up, you could be on these people's list of businesses that they want to spend a Litecoin and Bitcoin at. So they're basically getting ready now for the next bull run, and they have everything in place to be they're a merchant that's accepting this as a form of payment. So it's I'm excited about it. The price doesn't stop me at all. It doesn't deter me, doesn't stop me. It just affects my own investments, but that's all right.
But do these businesses accept to take cryptocurrencies directly in their wallets, or do they use some kind of payments processor?
It's really up to what the owner of the business wants. So generally, a larger business is going to want to use a payment processor that converts it into US dollar, which is fine. Like, we'll set that up for them. They don't have to lift a finger. Behind the scenes, it converts it in the gateway that we set up. But most of the restaurants, we cut the payment processor out completely, and we just go wallet to wallet. We say to the restaurant, hey, if you want to convert at the end of the night when you're closing out the restaurant, send the stuff to your Coinbase account, your Abra account, or any type of exchange account they have set up, and sell. A lot of these restaurants that we do get to accept it, they kind of start looking at my Twitter and they kind of get into it. So a lot of them say to me, you know what, John, I want to keep the Litecoin, especially at these prices right now. And they'll wait for it to run up some, and then they're going to plan on selling. So it's really, we can set it up however they want. It's very versatile as a form of payment and very liquid. So you I tell people you have three options when you get Litecoin and as a payment. You can deposit it, which means send the money right to your bank account, right, by converting it. You can turn around and spend the Litecoin. So there's vendors set up that sell products that these businesses need. Just keep the money in the Litecoin network and crypto community. I'm one of them. I sell paper for printers for restaurants. Every restaurant uses this type of paper. So if you get Litecoin or Bitcoin in as a payment, turn around and spend it with me. And I beat everybody's prices by at least 10% on the internet. So they're going to actually save money by doing it. And then the third option, some people I tell, just hodl. You don't want to convert the money right away. You don't want to spend it. Just put it into a secure wallet and hodl the coins for a later date and time. So it's up to the user what they do with it.